Well, we've come to that special moment where our young team of budding preachers, budding proclaimers are going to present to us the Nativity of our Lord.
In the beginning, God made everything.
Abby, wait for me.
Come on, Abby, the story has started.
Are we having a story? I love stories.
God made the land and the seas, the stars and the sky. He made the fish, the birds, the animals, and... Hello? Who are you?
I'm Tom.
Hello, Tom. I'm the narrator. I'm telling the story of Christmas.
I love Christmas, but the story needs to start once upon a time.
But that's how fairy tales start, Abby. This is a true story about things that really happened. Now, where was I? Yes. God made everything, and it was good, and God loved it, and things were good. He loved being with us and giving us everything we needed. He told us what to do to be happy, but something went wrong.
Oh no, what?
People didn't do what God told them to do. Then more and more people didn't.
Why?
They wanted to decide things, not God. But we all get things wrong.
Hello, I'm Grace. God doesn't get things wrong.
No, but we didn't listen to God, and our wrong things blocked us from Him. And things got worse. There was confusion, sickness, and fighting.
How do we make it better?
We have to let God help us.
God is the one who made everything, and the only one who can save us. He promised to send a king to rescue us. God has a plan.
I should be good?
Yes, sort of.
So what did he do?
God waited. We waited.
I hate waiting.
When the time was right, God moved. God came down to save us. God sent an angel named Gabriel to a town called Nazareth.
That's a real place in Israel.
Yes, Grace, it's a real place because this is a real story. Gabriel went to their house where a young woman called Mary lived.
Angels are cute. We put one on our Christmas tree.
Real angels aren't cute, Abby. They look more like this. Angels are mighty warriors and God's messengers.
Awesome.
Gabriel had a message for Mary about God's plan. Mary was scared, but Gabriel told her it was okay. God had chosen her to have a baby, and Mary's baby would be a super special baby. He would be God's son and a king to save the world. Mary didn't understand all of God's plan, but she said yes. Gabriel said the baby would be called Jesus. Mary and her husband Joseph had to travel to Bethlehem.
Why?
They had to register for a government census that was counting all the people. Bethlehem was full of people. The only place Mary and Joseph could find was a room where animals were kept, and so it was there that the baby Jesus was born.
Jesus
already has. God has become a human being. In Jesus, he has come down to earth. The wait is over.
But he can't even move his arms.
Shh, 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 shh. Knew it was great news, so they shouted it with joy to the shepherds who were watching their sheep in nearby fields.
Wow!
As soon as the shepherds heard, they rushed to find the baby. When the shepherds found the baby Jesus, they bowed down. They were so happy.
Wow.
Because they knew God had sent him to save everyone on earth.
The shepherds rushed out to tell people, and everyone who heard it was amazed. The good news travelled far.
I want to tell someone.
later, God put a special star in the sky far away. Some wise men knew it was a sign that the special king had come. They rushed to see Jesus too. They bowed down and gave him presents.
I love presents.
Their presents were very valuable: spices, perfume, and gold. There were gifts fit for a king, but not everyone was excited about the kid who was a king. Herod was the king of Israel. He was cross about Jesus. He didn't want another king. He wanted to be the only king. He sent his soldiers out to be rid of Jesus. But God is in charge. He sent an angel to warn Joseph. Joseph took Jesus and Mary far away to Egypt. When it was safe, Jesus went back to Nazareth. As he grew, he listened to God and learned from him. He was getting ready to save the world from the darkness that had trapped us.
That's why we are happy at Christmas.
Yes, in Jesus, God gave us the best present ever. But for now, we have to wait.
Again.
Yes, we have to wait for the story of Easter to see what God does. I promise you, it will be worth it.